Welcome to Anchors My Way, a podcast brought to you by Into Cruising. I'm your host, Shakira, and I'm here to take you on an exciting journey through the world of cruising. Whether you're an experienced cruiser or just planning your first trip, I've got something for you. Thank you for joining me today, and let's get started. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Anchors My Way. I'm your host, Shakira, and I want to welcome you to Season 2, Episode 2 of this podcast. Today, I'm bringing to you something really close to my heart, my full experience on my first MSC cruise ship. So my first MSC cruise ship was the MSC Meraviglia. My full experience and review and all details of the MSC Meraviglia will be on this episode. So the ship that started it all for me, and that's how I got here. After 15 sailings, I think I can tell you a lot about MSC. So let's take you back to 2021. Cruising had just returned after a pandemic. People were still nervous, not sure about if they should cruise or not. It was a little bit of a different experience in the cruising world. Ships were sailing with limited capacity, and luckily I got to go on the Meroviglia with only like 600 people, so I was able to see every little detail without anybody getting in my way. So that was the perfect start. So back there on 2021, I decided to book the Meraviglia. At that time, most people had never heard of MSC cruise lines. Everyone that I bumped into and I said, I have a future cruise. Oh, what cruise line are you doing? MSC. Oh, who's that? A Mediterranean shipping cruise lines. And they were like, what do you mean? So I had to explain it to everybody. It was that it's a European cruise line and it's elegant, it's modern, it's just different. It was very hard to explain at the moment because we're so used to a different type of cruising. So I would just say to people, you just have to try it for yourself and tell me your thoughts. Maybe what's really nice for me, it might not be for you. So I had no idea what to expect, but I wanted to experience it for myself. I had heard good comments and bad comments about the first few sailings that were done. So I wanted to have my own experience. And let me tell you, Meraviglia did not disappoint me. From the moment I stepped aboard, I was amazed. This ship was just absolutely stunning, clean, polished, spacious, with this calming. It really felt like a hotel boutique at sea, but it had all the perks of a mega ship. I remember I had already done an Oasis class ship, so I had stuff to compare it to, and it was just mind-blowing. I remember walking down the Galleria on Meroviglia, on the promenade, under the massive LED dome that changes with different themes. They, at one point, at the beginning of the cruise, they put up the muster stations on the LED dome. So if you looked up, there were different, like a map of where the muster stations were. So that was so cool to me. I was like, okay, this is different. I was hooked from that moment. They had me at the minute I walked in. I had an amazing experience on that sailing, but I wasn't completely satisfied. And I went back on 2023, 2 years later. I decided to return to celebrate my birthday on it because of the experience that I had already lived. So when something leaves you with a good energy, it's only fair to come back and celebrate it there. And that was an amazing trip, even better than my first experience on her. Not only did I get to know the ship better, I also got recognized by staff. It also felt more connected to the MSC experience because I had already been on it. So, and because it was my birthday, everyone made me feel special. I went in ready to soak up every detail. One of the absolute highlights of that particular cruise was that we had an overnight stay. When you overnight stay at the Ocean Key Island, you get to have the Luna Party on Ocean Key. Let me tell you, if you ever get a chance to have a sailing overnight stay at Ocean Key, please do it. It's one of the most amazing experiences, and it's not offered by all the cruise lines out there. A lot of the cruise lines will get you to their private island from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then you're out of there. MSC has the opportunity to have that Luna Party at night. Everyone is off the ship. Everybody's dressed so nicely. Do not miss it. The Luna Party is held right on the island under the stars with your toes in the sand and the music in the air. It was just magical. The lights, the glow, the DJ, the atmosphere. It was one of a kind energy you just don't get anywhere else. Everyone was dancing on the beach, the lighthouse lit up in the sky, and the whole island felt like a private celebration. And for me, celebrating my birthday in that setting, it was unforgettable. It was beautiful and exciting. I felt completely present and alive at the moment. MSC really delivered something special to me. Now let's get into some of the specs of the beautiful MSC Meraviglia, her features, because this ship deserves a spotlight. MSC Meraviglia was launched in 2017, so she's not an old ship. She was one of the first Meraviglia class of the ships. Meraviglia means wonder in Italian, and yes, it lives up to its name. The ship carries about 4,500 passengers at double occupancy, and it clocks in around 171,000 tons. It has 19 decks, over 2,200 staterooms, and they carry on board about 1,500 crew members. Amazing people, by the way. I got to meet them all, and I love them. It's big enough to keep you entertained, but not overwhelming. You can figure it out in a 7-day sailing. In the heart of the ship, you have the gorgeous indoor promenade with shops, bars, restaurants, and that famous LED dome that I'm always talking about. It's just the perfect day to just grab a coffee, grab a drink, go sit with some friends, have a relaxing conversation. It just does it for everyone. You can also grab a gelato, sip a cappuccino, or just people watch. Just people stroll through the Galleria all day and majority of the night. There are multiple pools, including Horizon Pool and the main atmosphere pool. They also have a small water park for kids. They have hot tubs and plenty of sun loungers. And sometimes you have to get up a little early because since it's a lot of people, you might not have a lounger available, but for the majority of the time, it's okay. So their dining options, you get so many. There is the buffet, of course, amazing food on their buffet, which has something for everyone. Their main dining room food is delicious and very well served. Everything's so elegant, so Italian themed like, and you have specialty dinings on board. Butcher's Cut, one of my favorite restaurants for MSC. It's a steakhouse, but it's just top of the line steakhouse. Their food is amazing. I've had the privilege to be on it about 3 or 4 times on Butcher's Cut, so I absolutely recommend it. They also have Kaido Teppanyaki, which is a sushi Japanese cuisine teppanyaki show that they cook for you, and they do this really funny show, and the cooks are amazing. They also have Ola Tacos and Cantina, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants aboard MSC cruise ships. They have the best tacos and the best Mexican food probably that I've tasted all across all cruise ships. I love their pricing. They have, I think, an all-you-can-eat for $17.99. I'm not sure if that price is updated, but it's a very nice setup because you get to try all their tacos, and they're very small portion, but it's unlimited, so you get to try them all, which is perfect for me because I eat in small portions. So you also have Jean Philippe Chocolate and Cafe. That is one of my favorite menus. If you're a coffee lover, you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing out there like Jean Philippe. The specialty coffees, the whipped cream, all the type of flavors that they have is just amazing. And their chocolates to die for. That place is just a buy. If you love dessert and a good espresso, you just fall in love with that place as soon as you walk in. As for entertainment, MSC leans into their European roots. Don't expect traditional shows like musicals. It really depends on the sailing and it depends on the ship, but you'll get artistic shows, you get more acrobatic and more high energy, more like dance movements and visuals over dialogue. I personally love their type of shows, but it's definitely a different style. There's also the Carousel Lounge, located at the aft of the ship. It was originally built for Cirque du Soleil style shows. And if you like live music, there's always something there on that particular venue. It's surrounded by bars and lounges, and it's a beautiful place you must see. Now here's a quick breakdown of what I loved most about MSC Meraviglia. I love how polished and how clean the ship felt every single time I went on it. I loved the LED dome and the vibe in the Galleria, especially at night, that you just sit there, relax, have a cocktail. I don't drink, but I would have my coffee, and I loved it. I love how many quiet corners you can find all across the ship just to relax and unwind. Sometimes you don't want to be caught up in the middle of the crowd. I love the value. I got these two sailings for a really good price for all the luxury they have to offer. So you get a lot for your buck. And of course, I loved that it includes a sailing with Ocean Key. That island experience takes the things to another level. Now, I just want to keep it real. Let's talk about a few things that I think could have been improved off the ship. Sometimes the buffet can get crowded. It's a 1,500 capacity ship, so I believe that they should distribute it a little bit different, but then again, I can't fix that. Sometimes it could get a little crowded during peak hours, but then you have the options to go to either main dining or you could also do specialties. So that's the way I handled it. What's my advice? Go off peak and try breakfast in the main dining room. It's usually empty, you get served, it's about the same exact thing. The majority of the people would stand in line on a buffet to get scrambled eggs, hash browns, and a coffee that you can get at the main dining. They might not have the same variety as the buffet, but if you're just looking for a traditional breakfast, then go off to the main dining room. There is no way to make that better. So the pool decks sometimes can get a little busy on sea days. So I say get up early, try to set up, try to be there to get a good spot. And if it really matters that much to you, then you could also go to the top decks that are, a little less crowded. Everyone usually wants to be around the pool area on the bottom. So if you go to the top, it's a lot less crowded. If this is your first time with MSC, the multilingual announcements might throw you off at first, but you get used to it. It's a bit complicated because they're trying to cater to all kinds of passengers, Europeans, Americans, Italians, Germans. It's just because they're trying to cater to everyone, they're trying to fit everyone and make everyone feel comfortable. It might make you uncomfortable. It's just part of the global cruise experience. I want to give a little credit to the MSC For Me app because at first, when I first started in 2021, it wasn't as helpful, but it's super helpful now for checking activities, booking your shows, keeping track of your onboard account. I used it a lot, and I recommend that all the guests download MSC For Me app. It's really useful, and in all the MSC ships have it. So Meraviglia is the ship that made me fall in love with cruising all over again. It's where my MSC journey started. It's where I celebrated my amazing birthday, one of my amazing birthdays. I'll tell you about another amazing celebration I had aboard another one of their cruise ships, and that one was even bigger. And I just wanted to share that with you. And it's where I danced under the stars at Ocean Key during the Lunar Party. Experienced so many firsts. If you're thinking about trying the MSC Meraviglia, it's the perfect ship to start with. Right now it's sailing out of New York. It has beautiful sailings to Bermuda, which I haven't been to. So as soon as I go, I will let you guys know how that went. MSC Meraviglia just has the balance of energy and elegance that all cruise ships should offer, at least in my opinion. It's big but not overwhelming. It's packed with details that make you feel like you're somewhere special. So that's my Meraviglia story from 2021 to 2023 and beyond. So that's all I've got for you in the Meraviglia stories. I hope I've detailed enough. If you have any questions or any concerns or any doubts, you could always reach out to me on social media. Next week, we'll be back keeping the MSC vibes going strong for my full experience on the MSC Divina. She's totally different from Meraviglia, I'll give you a heads up. And I've got stories, tips, and honest opinion coming your way. Just don't miss it. If you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week to detail all about MSC Divina. Until next time, keep cruising, keep anchors your way. See you on the next episode.